Not a good one. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. They go play action with Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
To throw again on second down. Tua into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keon Crossing. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Tua sets up to pass it. Another catch there for Waddle. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Tua. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tua to throw again. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. Tua going to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. No score after one on EA Sports. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And now they will throw it with Burrow, escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off. Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill, 30 yards. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here we go. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Here we go. From midfield now, Burrow. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Still on his feet. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Let's go. I'm one, ready?
On 2nd and goal, Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Keon Crossan. He's got daylight. 20, 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. The Bengals drive about to get going. The last time everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick six, and now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. 95 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. On 2nd and 9, Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times. But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
He's going to try and go deep again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Here we go. Hey, can. 41 Mike. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Kevin Huber now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Eluding the, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the gun, it's Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown.